Greetings, Prophet Munyah is my name, coming to you again on this platform, the Good News Table. Today we're going to look at some of the things that makes a spiritual journey or a spiritual life sound or seem to be a little bit complicated. We're going to look at prayer. Now, we have a lot of young men, we have a lot of boys and girls, we have a lot of women out there who find their lives in a corner. They find their lives in a place where they are losing breath or they are fainting, be it in marriage, be it in relationships, be it in business, be it at work. You are sitting there as a single mother, you are sitting there as a sister, you are sitting there as a married woman, and all pressure is just sitting on your shoulders, and you're thinking, should I go? Should I not? What should I do? Let me tell you something. There is energy that is generated from a lonely moment. There's always energy generated from the moments that are called the lonely moments, the self moments, moments of oneness. Now, you can either generate negative energy or generate positive energy. But let us stick to the positive energy. When you are in your lonely moments, make sure that you are communicating to the right candidate. Make sure you are speaking to God. There are a lot of beings that are waiting for your attention and that are waiting for you to start a conversation with, and they will lead you astray. If you get to a place where you find yourself sitting with yourself, talking to yourself, be very careful, because you may end up generating negative energy that will destroy your sight. Why your sight? Because it is your sight that sees the greatness ahead. Once your sight is destroyed, you cannot see where you're coming from or where you're going. And this is how many of you have been destroyed. But let us look at the importance of prayer. Prayer keeps the communication flow flowing from you to God, from God to you. I want you to try by all means to make sure that your prayer life is sustained. Your prayer life is a day-to-day do. Make sure that you pray always. Just as the scripture says in the book of Luke 18, verse number 1, Jesus spoke a parable to them that men ought always to pray and not to lose heart, nor to faint. We have so many people who have started businesses, so many people who have embarked on marriages, relationships, careers. But along the journey, they feel like losing the energy. They faint along the way. They lose heart in the midst of the career, in the midst of the business, in the midst of the project. What causes that? Prayerlessness. When you stop praying, when you don't pray always, you will always faint and you always lose heart. To those that are attached to organizations such as religious organizations, you are expected 24/7 to be praying. Whether you're a leader or just a mere congregant, you are expected to pray always and not to faint or to lose heart. This is what happens when you fail to pray for your men of God, or when you fail to pray for your church. You will lose heart. Anything that has to do with that church will become your enemy. You will begin to hurt the things that you used to like. You will begin to have a negative energy towards that which is brought before you or suggested. So you are encouraged to pray always and not to faint. No matter what situation you may find yourself in, No matter what place in life you may find yourself in, when you begin to pray, you will rejuvenate yourself. You will find the flow of the positive vibe. You will find the flow of the positive energy coming back to you. And this is my word for you. I pray that you take this word to heart. I pray that you begin to start praying always, even when there is nobody to see you. I pray that even in that organization, you begin to pray and have hope for the things not seen. I pray for you as you listen to this message. And I pray that this message will mean something into your life. I want to thank you all for joining me in this particular program. And I want to thank all of you for being part of the Good News Table. And I promise, better than this is coming. And all you need to do is sit there, relax and enjoy, and see what the Lord is going to be doing.